students, welcome to the online session for the subject of industrial safety. These are the virtual classes for the subject of industrial safety. The subject of industrial safety is mainly for the students of civil engineering, particularly structural engineering and mechanical engineering. So here we will be discussing all the topics that are related to the subject of industrial safety. So now we will be starting with our session. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hello students, welcome to the online session for the subject of industrial safety. So moving towards our session, today we are going to have a further discussion of the topics of the periodic and preventive maintenance. So let's start with the outline of the today's content. So today we are going to discuss the repair scheme. We are going to discuss the overhauling of the mechanical components, and we are also going to discuss the overhauling of the electrical motor. So let's start with our session with the first topic, that is the repair scheme. Repair scheme is nothing but a planning of the repairing work that is being required to be done so that the repairing is done properly, it is justified to the machine, and proper maintenance is done at a regular time. So let's start with our session of the repair work. The repair work mainly includes the following activities like inspection, that is denoted by the I, small repairs, that is denoted by S, medium repairs, that is denoted by M, and the complete overhaul, that is denoted by capital C. These are all the activities that are in the repair scheme. So let's start with the repair scheme. So there are some definitions that is required to be known. So the first definition is the cycle time. Cycle time is nothing but a time interval between the two complete overhaul. The interval between the two complete overhaul is termed as the cycle time. Next definition is the inspection time. Inspection time is defined as a time interval between the any two nearby stages. So between any two stages, the time that is being elapsed will be nothing but the inspection time. The third important definition is the repair time. Repair time is nothing but a time interval between the small repair and the medium repair and the complete overhaul to the small repair, and vice versa. So this is the definition of the repair time. Okay, again I am telling that cycle time is the time interval between the two complete overhaul. Inspection time is nothing but the time interval between the any two nearby stages of the repairs. And the third term is the repair time. The inspection time is nothing but the time interval between the two nearby stages of the repairs. And the third term is the repair time, that is nothing but the time interval between the small repair, the medium repair, and the overhaul to the small repair, and vice versa. So that is the repair time. So these are all the definitions that are involved in the repair scheme. So moving towards the repairing scheme 1, so we have a one repairing scheme which consists of many activities like drilling, lathe machine, shaping machine, cutting machine, and slotting machine. So these are all the equipments that is being used in that repair scheme. So the work of these machines is done in the one shift, and the repairing scheme that we have finalized for the maintenance of this machine is for the 10 years, and the shift is 1, and the time interval, or we can say that the interval of each
stage is 6 months. So at every 6 months we are having a maintenance work. So this is scheme number 1. Moving towards the deep discussion of this repair scheme. So next thing that is required for the selection of the repairing scheme is the repair complexity, and this repair scheme 1 is being selected only when the repair complexity is up to 30. When it will exceed 30, we will adopt another repair scheme, and we have another repair scheme, that is repairing scheme number 2. So yes, at present stage we are having the repair complexity up to 30. So we have selected repair scheme 1. So in that repair scheme 1, we can see the figure over here. So there are C means complete overhaul. Then I, that is inspection, that is, and S, that is small repair, and M is the medium repair. So yes, one thing I wanted to tell you, that overhaul is nothing but a dismantling of the overall machine into small parts, so that we can have a glimpse, an idea of the present condition of each and every small components of the machine. So yes, that is the term that I wanted to tell you. Moving towards our repair scheme number 1, here we can see that we are having the 2 medium repairs, 6 small repairs, and 9 inspections. So in this repair scheme of 10 years, which is having an interval of 6 months, there 2 medium repairs are there, 6 small repairs is being done, and the 9 inspections is being done. So this was our repairing scheme number 1. Now moving towards the repairing scheme number 2, that is being adopted when the repair complexity is exceeding the 30. So the repair cycle time is 6 years, means the total time of this scheme is 6 years, and the interval between the 2 stages of work is 4 months. So this is how the working of the repairing scheme 2 is being done. So yes, this is the repairing scheme. You all know the designation of the C, I, M and S. That is the complete overhaul. I stands for the inspection, M stands for the medium repairs, and the S designates the small repairs. Here complexity is more than 30, and by observing this picture of this repairing scheme 2, we can observe that there are 2 medium repairs, 6 small repairs, and 27 inspections. So these are all the things that are being done in the repairing scheme number 2. Some points is required to be taken into the consideration while finalizing the repairing scheme. So first thing is the machine working in 2 shifts is being done, means some machine is being worked in 2 shifts in 24 hours, then the repairing should be also modified. Particularly we can say that if the working shift is 2, then in order to justify that working and in order to have the proper maintenance of that machine, we need to double the maintenance. So their maintenance time will be doubled. So taking the example of the repairing scheme number 1, where the work is being completed in 10 months, but if the machine is being utilized twice, that is in 2 shifts, then obviously the maintenance work will be also doubled. So by doing so, we will be completing the repairing scheme number 2 for the double maintenance in 5 months. So the total time will be halved, and ultimately the whole repairing scheme will be completed within the 5 months. Now moving towards taking an example of the repairing scheme number 2, where the 6 years is being taken for the completion of this repairing scheme. So and that was only for the single shift machine, but if the machine is being utilized twice in a 24 hours, then obviously there will be a modification in that cycle time, and ultimately the repairing scheme will be completed within the half time of the shift 1. That is, shift 1 means single shift. For single shift, the repairing scheme was having 6 years. But if we are utilizing it twice a day, then obviously the repairing scheme will be halved. That is, our repairing scheme will be completed within the 3 years. Similarly, if we are increasing the shift, then parallelly we need to have a modification in the repair scheme. Means more the shift, more the maintenance, and lesser will be the time for the completion of the repairing scheme. Okay, so this is the thing that is required to be taken into consideration while finalizing the repairing scheme. So these are all the things that are related to the repair scheme. Now moving towards the mechanical overhauling. We all know that mechanical machines are consisting of many different components like headstock, then tailstock, then cross slides, transmission machine, and gearbox. So all these are the components of a mechanical machine. So it is necessary that the overhauling is required to be done. Overhauling is required to be done so that the overall dismantling of the machine will be taken place. We can have a glimpse of the condition of the each and every component of the machine, so that we can come to know the condition of the machine after certain usage of time. We can get to know that what is the present condition of that machine, what is the present condition of each and every part, how much the worn out has been taken place. We can quantify the worn out, and accordingly we can go for the decision. The decision can be either maintenance or the replacement. So based on this inspection, means based on the overhauling, we can quantify the decision of either replacing the component or maintaining or repairing the component. So that is why the overhauling of the mechanical machines is being done. So yes, these are all the things. Moving towards the factors that are being considered in the dismantling of the sub parts of the machines are: first, we need to disconnect the electric connection of the machine. Next thing that is required is to drain out the oil that is being found in the machine. So before dismantling it, the oil that is being used as a lubricant in the machine should be drained out. The third thing is we need to apply some force. If we want to dismantle some struck parts, it is necessary to have a hammer load over the machine components. But we should make sure that we can't apply the hammer force directly on the machine. We need to have some supports, and that support can be provided with the help of a wooden block. So between two parts of the machine, we need to provide the wooden blocks, and after that only we can apply the hammer. We can't apply the hammer load directly on the machine because it can damage the parts and the machines. Moving towards the next, that is, use the tools and the fixtures that do not damage the machine. So it should be safer for the machine. Moving towards the next thing, that is, try not to damage the machine part or machine. Use only specified amount of the force. We can't apply the hammer directly on it. Use a specified amount of force that will dismantle the machine parts, and at the same time it will also not damage the parts. Next thing that is required is to always use supports that we have discussed earlier. Next thing that is required is we need to decide the dismantling groups. We need to finalize the groups, and accordingly we need to dismantle it. We cannot dismantle directly all the each and every components. So a grouping of the dismantling parts should be done, and those parts that are heavy should be placed in stands. And there are many parts that are much more heavier, so it should be placed at an area that is adjacent to the dismantling place. So nearby to the adjacent area of the dismantling, we can place these heavy parts. And we should make sure that the nut and the bolts should be properly connected with each other. Means we can say that the bolt should be connected to their corresponding nuts only, and that can be done by connecting the bolts and the nuts with each other to some 2 to 3 threads. So that is why the connection will be maintained. There will be no problem in their connection. There will be no problem in their finding their connection. So that is how the nut and bolts should be used, and it is how it should be dealt while dismantling. So these are all the things that is related to the mechanical overhauling. Now let's discuss the electrical motor overhauling. We all know that electric motor is very much efficient and require less overhauling. Means less care is being required for the electric motor, but that doesn't mean that never we should take care of it. That means we should take maintenance and care of it, but not regularly. But some maintenance and dismantling is required to be done. Otherwise, the problem will occur. So we have the list of the problems that will be occurring. That is nothing but the breakdown. If the breakdown will take place, then the next thing that will be done because of this breakdown will be the stopping of the production. And if the stopping of the production is done, then obviously work will be stopped. Next thing that is done is the more repairing cost can take place. If we are not regularly maintaining the electric motor, then maintenance repair cost will be quite high, and ultimately the early replacement of the motor will take place, and that is never allowed in the industry financial point of view. So it is necessary that the early replacement of the machine should be avoided and should never be takes place, and for that the regular maintenance of the electric motor should be done, regular overhauling should be done, and that is how we can prevent the early replacement of the motor. So these are all the things that is in the electrical motor overhauling. We will discuss more electric motor overhauling in the next session. So thanks for attending the session. See you in the next session.
Hello students, so hereby we are coming to the end of our virtual class session of the subject of industrial safety. We have discussed a lot regarding the topics of the today's session. So if you have any kind of a doubts, if you have any kind of queries, you can send me your doubts and queries via mail. My mail ID will be in my channel. So check into my channel, like it, and mail me whatever the doubts you have. And thanks again for attending the session. See you in the next session.